Hi, John Valvano here, and in this video I'm going to show you how to adjust the size of the printed circuit board to fit into one of the boxes. Now, I don't care which box you use, but this is the PacTech. This is the PacTech XP box. Okay, so the strategy here is to pick a spot, a fiduciary spot, which will be 0, 0. Okay, that's going to be, and then what I'm going to do is calculate the others important spots. That one, this one, that one, okay, this one, that one, this one, that one. Okay, I'm going to calculate the actual XY position relative to this 0, 0 for these spots on the PCB. That way I can just type the numbers in when I get into Eagle, okay, for the device. So a couple more. I'm going to get the holes, okay. All right, the holes. Okay, and one more. I'm going to calculate a cutout spot for the battery. So I'm going to just get out my calculator and figure out the physical spots for these positions. For example, okay, for example, I know that if the board, this is the size of the board, okay, and the cut size here, and so I will calculate this spot right here, this left spot there. You see, this is going to be the position, the X position for these guys there, okay, and the position of that one is going to be here, and I'm going to calculate, explicitly go down through here and determine the locations for each of the dots in my strategy. And then once I get into Eagle, I'm going to have this file open so I can copy paste the datas in there. All right, so let me show you the next step. So the first step was strategy or planning. Let's see, one last thing, the hole size. So you'll see that I will make the things a little bit bigger. You see that if this is exactly at 0.47, I'm going to move it a little bit, this one a little bit to the left, and that one a little bit to the right, and this one a little bit down, and the hole a little bit bigger, so that I have some tolerance, so it once I get the board built, it'll actually fit in there. Okay, so you see I have increased the size of the cutouts a little bit, just to make sure that whatever I've got fits in there. Again, I did the same thing for the battery. All right, so the next step is I'm going to go into Eagle and start adjusting the sizes of the board and the cutouts, etc. I'm in Eagle, and I know that this board is going to, this side is going to come down a little bit. So before I move the box, what I'm going to do is select the entire microcontroller here. Okay, I did a select all. I'm going to click my move. I'm going to right click here, move the group, and so I can move it down somewhere where once I'm done with the board, it won't, my microcontroller will still be on here. Okay, so rather than move it, okay, I'm gonna type it in. Okay, rather than move the parts, I'm gonna type it in. Info. Okay, I'm gonna info on this line here, and so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna change the size, right, just a little bit less in the X direction, so it's going to be it's in milli-inches. This thing will come down a little bit. 8840. Okay. All right. So that way it's going to be exactly that size. Now you see this one got a little bit messed up, so I got to move it over here as well. Okay. So this is going to be 50600. Okay. All right, so now I can see the outer size of the box fits. Okay, so next I'm going to do some of the cutouts. Okay, so to get the cutout, what I'm going to do is I'm going to split the top into parts. Now, this you may want to save this and try this a couple of times. All right. To create the cutout, I'm going to split. Click, 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 double click. Okay, and you want to make sure that I've added 1, 2, 3 lines and not 4 or 5. Okay, so if you add 4 or 5, I want you to undo it. All right, so now I'm going to use my parameters here to adjust where it is. Okay, so this line here I can see is going to start at 1. Okay, it's going to start at 1. So I'll double click this. All right, and I'm going to put it at 1. Okay. You can see it got off a little bit, so I'll adjust this thing as well. Okay. All right, and now I'm going to click this one, and it's going to go from 1. You see I'm typing in the size of the parameters. Now this thing is going to go down, all right? The bottom of this thing is going to go down to 2.5, okay? And then this one. All right, so that one don't really matter. I want this one at 2.5. Too many. Okay, I made the 4 cutouts. And what I'll probably do is just go back through and double check by getting the information button and then click on each of the lines to make sure they're going where they should. Again, to match my my strategy for creating the cutouts. Okay, you see there we got that one. So I'll go around here and click and make sure all of these lines are straight and all the devices are the same size. Okay. All right, so the next thing I'm going to do is create a cutout for the battery. Okay, so the battery is a little bit bigger and it's here on the bottom. Okay, so we're going to do a battery cutout. And I'm going to do basically the same thing. Is I'm going to split. Okay, and you see I want to put the right side of the battery about here at about 4 inches. So I'm going to click here, lift this up. It's a pretty big hole. Over, down. All right, so now I'm going to square this up. There we go. Yeah, now it looks more symmetric. Okay, now it looks more symmetric. Okay, so again, I'm going to check it by looking at each of these. That's my position for the battery there. That's the size of it. Okay, no, it needs to go all the way. But that's not all of it. See, it's only went up that far. Okay, so cancel. Okay. To 900. You can see I had one too many things. All right, so the last thing I got to do is move the chip out of the way here, up into this spot. Okay, so select. So if I'd done this a little bit better, move. There we go. Holes. Holes are next. All right, I'm going to make a hole. Okay. This one's fairly easy because I just stick it sort of where I want it, and then I change its size. All right, so I'm going to make it just a little bit bigger, 100. All right, yeah, there we go. And I'm going to put it where I want. Okay, so it's fairly easy because I can just set the holes where I want. Okay, so this is the distance from the right side and the distance from the bottom. Okay. So the right side position is 930, and its up position is from the bottom is 525. Yeah, there we go. Okay, and rather than starting with another hole, what I'll do is I'll duplicate the hole. Okay, so I'm just going to copy this, put one over here, copy this, put one, copy this, put one up here, copy this, put one up there, and then again I'm going to place the positions where I want. Okay, so this guy here is going to be at position 3880, and it's going to be from the bottom 525. Okay, that's already at the right spot. All right, oops, that didn't right. That's not the right spot. 3880. Where did I put it? Distance from the left. Oh yeah, then never mind. That's it right there, 431. So yeah, if you figure out that you're overlapping something, you did something wrong here. Okay, so that's better. 4-1. This is why I did it all in advance, and its position from the top is 285 0. Okay. Yeah, that's not the right spot either. Okay, so where did I put it? From the top. Yeah, there we go. Figured out all the numbers. I just got to type them in right. Okay, 2, 3, 5. No, 2, 3, 2, 5. There we go. There, much better. 2, 3. There we go. Much better. Okay. Now, in a perfect world, what I do is go ahead and print this out and see if it fits in my box. Okay, with the battery to make sure I did everything appropriate. All right. So that would be my next step. All right, in the next video, we'll start hooking things up.